And in fact, I'm doing the YouTube thing now because we're just going to get this thing off and running. Guys, this is Community Music Thursday, but we're opening this off with The Wheel of Boar. Now, the thing about this day is it's special. This is the first guaranteed album reaction. Chaotic Old Boar stuck around, hung around the channel, saved up 100,000 tuning forks. The first person of my channel to have ever done so, and has redeemed a guaranteed album. They could not quite decide what they wanted. So my brother and one of my longest viewers has put together a list of albums that he just could not decide from, with varying weights to it. Guys, do you happen to have an album that you prefer to hear more than another? Because we're going to hop in. And if I'm just going to be honest with you, I feel like I've heard enough Smashing Pumpkins to know that this is going to be easy to digest. I've heard enough Iron Maiden to know that that's going to be easy to digest. The rest of it, I could go anywhere. I think I've listened to a thing from Temple of the Dog. Soundgarden, I'm cool with, but I only know them really through lore and legend and like hits, right? Like Chris Cornell, you know what I mean? So guys, what are you rooting for? I am gonna spin this thing, but it's just everybody throw W's in the chat for Chaotic Old Boar. That guy has literally been an abundance of positivity. That guy has gone out of his way to welcome almost every single person that has ever come into this chat, regardless of whether they were here to troll me or not. Chaotic Old Boar has absolutely, whether it was in the Discord, whether it was in a YouTube comment section, or whether it was in the chat right over here, he has been around since before I had 1,000 followers on YouTube, and is genuinely one of the best people I think I could ever have met online. Besides the point, he's a man from down under, and we love those guys. Those guys make the best music. Guys, let's see what we're going to listen to for the Boar, okay? Just because I feel like I need to do this, I'm just going to give it a good shuffle so we feel like we have done this thing a good justice. Here we go. Rock on, everybody. Good luck to you, Boar. Let's see what it is. Oh, man. Is it going to be... It's gonna be Faith No More. Okay. It's gonna be Faith No More. Guys, Angel Dust, Faith No More. Is any of yous familiar with that one? I didn't mean to search it, actually. I meant to copy it because I'm gonna go to the Spotify and we're gonna check this album out. Oops, I am looking for Angel Dust. Now, let me see. Let's hop into the album proper. There it is. I have not heard this album. And is this a Mike Patton album? Really? Well, okay then. Well, okay then. Here we go. I'm excited then. And is this what you guys were saying was the thing that blew up, right? Like, this is the thing that blew up and then, like, kind of gave Mike Patton the ability to have his project with Mr. Bungle completely with autonomous control, right? Second album with Patton. Okay. Which spin wheel do you use? It's so much better than so many I see. I googled it, man. We could ask the mods. Wheelofnames.com. Bingo bango. Don't ask the mods. I told you. All right. So I'm excited then. Boar, this was well ahead of its time, and it's your request to me. And dude, if there's one thing I appreciate about you, man, it's that you are really here to discover music. You have your taste, but you like everything. And man, I feel like you are similarly a kind of guy that just appreciates music for what it is, and you know that I am similar, so I'm excited to jump in, especially knowing that it's a Mike Patton album. That guy has absolutely just, you know, blown my dick off a couple of times, like, just with what he does with his voice. Not in a weird way, but like, seriously, not in a weird way, but like, you know, in a, music blew my dick off kind of way. Anyways, guys, I'm going to hit the play button on this thing. Have you heard this or not? Guys, before I hit the play button, it's very important to me that you know that you are awesome. That you, yeah, Drew Carey kind of way. You are valuable. You are important. You matter. You are deserving of love, and I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It goes a long way to help me out. If you really like what you see, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. And guys, if come hang out with us on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time. Today, I happen to be streaming at 8:30 p.m. Thursday. Because I had to do a few reschedules this week. But, guys, without further ado, Angel Dust, Faith No More, Mike Patton hopping in to the land of sunshine. Here we go. Here we go. Some fat bass to come out with, huh? Which one of these dudes is Mike? Which one of these dudes makes the voice with his mouth? Which one of these dudes is that? This guy? Got it. You have a winning way, so keep it your future. You are an angel headed for a land of sunshine, and fortune is smiling upon you. The bass is nuts. From not eating to feasting. This was the first Faith No More album where Patton had any substantial influence on the band's music, having been hired after the other band members had written and recorded everything for The Real Thing except vocals and most of the lyrics. Got it. Thank you, Garrett. Okay. The laughing in there. This is so busy. And I say that because you have these massive swirly sounds happening in the background, right? Like you have a lot of big noise things happening there, like, and you have a lot of that stuff, right? Like, love you, Mar. Safety to Saratoga. But and then you've got that. It almost feels like I listened. And this is such a random connection, but I feel like Avenged Sevenfold had once used like a kind of a laugh, like an evil laugh track like that. And I've only heard like 2 Avenged Sevenfold songs in my whole life, so I could not tell you which one it was.
Out of order.
That was fun. It rips. You got a string presence. This is so many things happening at one time.
Yes. Now for the next question. Does emotional music have quite an effect on you? Do you feel sometimes that it is against you? Sing and rejoice, and sing and rejoice. Yes. That's interesting. But tell me, do you often sing or whistle just for fun? Do you feel sometimes that it is against you? I can help, and I can help you. I can help you help yourself.
I feel like the dude from Shinedown literally listened to Mike Patton and decided that that's how he was going to butter his bread for the rest of his life. And you know, honestly, I think that the things I've heard with Mike Patton do with his voice, it's just kind of like
Help you help yourself.
this.
I can help, and I can help you. I can help you help yourself.
That's lit. But then you've got this chaotic and it's like constantly creating a tension and like a oh kind of a creepiness. It's got like a real pull to it. But then you've got in the background the ah ha 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 ha. It's almost like a ah ha ha ah ha 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 kind of thing, but not.
Here's how to order.
Love the tone. Jeez. That was good, man. That was, and that's like a more industrial sound that I normally find myself biting into. But what I really liked about it was it had these like kind of elements where it felt like a little Zappa-y, where you have the kind of ad-libby moments in it, right? Like,
How to order.
here's how to order. Like you had those kind of random fun interjections, which again really leads into what I've said about Mike Patton feeling like he is equal parts voice actor and musician, and that's really cool. There we go. So this one is Caffeine. Feels much more consistent through the song with less mustard than Mr. Bungle. So is Faith No More like a Mike Patton for normies kind of project? And I'm only asking that because it feels like a very you can take Mike Patton out of Mr. Bungle, but you can't take Mr. Bungle out of Mike Patton from basically the way it seems on this. Because like you can definitely tell that there is that element to it, but it's not like he's doing it with like nearly as hard heartstrings, like he's not necessarily like shoving your face right above something, like he's not like, is this what you want? You want my voice? It's not like he's doing that to you. He's kind of like, hey, you want my voice? It's a little different. I can definitely tell it's got the quintessential 90s guitar tone. he's got that growl. You'll never be caught. It's nuts. Like, and he goes from these really big moments to these really small moments. The echo, the decay on that caffeine part. I kind of get an Incubus vibe from this. Is that scraping a wound string?
There's always one thing.
The bass punch is nice.
Tell me.
What are these decays I'm hearing? These kind of sounds. I feel like what I'm hearing is like guitar picks scraping a wound string with delay and reverb, but I could be wrong.
Do you have something to tell me?
See, this is giving me Zappa-ing lyrical takes. This is not. This part. There's a lot to this that's like, he's got voices throughout one song that I feel like kind of go on to define genres, right? Like the way he ended this here, like it really does feel, goes on to really inspire a lot of that like emo hardcore stuff that you would hear in like the, you know, early to mid 2000s. Right here. Like that kind of broken up vocal that people do where they're like breathing, you know, those broken up, you know, like the Taking Back Sunday kind of sound, or like, yeah, it's that kind of thing. A little watered down, maybe, but. Ooh, nice. How, so you liked that hand solo? That one was Caffeine. Actually, before I let this get going, I keep seeing Twitch is popping up the gotta run an ad thing. So give me a moment. I'm gonna do that. Then we're gonna come back into midlife crisis, not mild life crisis. Last time I saw a word like that, I said it wrong. Be right back. All right, guys, let's hop back into midlife crisis. And let me ask you guys this. Do you think the midlife crisis is a real thing, or do you think it is self-fulfilling prophecy, or just like, you know, a thing people talk about? Mr. Bungle definitely seems more interesting, but I think it's because let's be real though, this is an easier listen than Mr. Bungle. This is an easier, more digestible listen, but it doesn't have the same kind of first experience to it. But it's like it's Mike Patton, and you hear him do some amazing things. Your midlife chrysalis. Kind of dancey.
Yes, my hand is like this. Go on, dig your thumbs in. I cannot stop giving up for this something. Sense of security, like pockets jingling. Midlife crisis. Suck ingenuity down to the family tree.
You hear, I know I did, but you hear the swell going into that it's right there. Strings lifting. I like this a lot. Your heart's having a period, but it's not bleeding enough for the both of us. Like, your bleeding heart's not bleeding enough for the both of us. Oh my gosh. This was the first single according to Wiki. Got it. This one's about Madonna. I'm a perfectionist, and perfect is a skinned knee. That's an interesting perspective. Like, I almost feel like that's a comment like perfect isn't what you thought it'd be, is it? I don't know. This has been kind of a bungley song without the fright and jazz. what would you say the best launch point for Madonna is? Like, if a guy wasn't going chronologically and a dude just wanted to hear Madonna at her prime, like the Madonna that people talk about when Madonna was Madonna, right? Like, when does one listen to her? You're perfect, yes, is true. But remember earlier, he said perfect is a skinned knee. So it's like he's calling her a skinned knee. Or you understand what I'm saying? So they're definitely doing a board fade, which... Is he overdubbing all of his own harmonies and stuff, too? Like, are all voices MP? All vocals, got it. Boom! The dive bomb, dude. It's worth going back to... Honestly, this drum sound is fantastic. Like, just a good sound. I could listen to that drum come in, just this... I could listen to this sound of strike come in. That's a tasty strike. Definitely Zappa E.
My TV, my food. Besides listening to my belly, girl.
And then this real spring reverby on the guitar.
Yeah, Michelle's to blue. Yeah, I sweat a lot.
You're right.
Yeah, shit. Pants fall down every time I bend over. My feet itch. Yeah, I'm here to scarecrow.
What does that mean? His lyrics are his lyrics intentionally, like, a lot of times just abstract and to be more ornamental and instrumental than they are sensical? Because I feel like a lot of times the words he says really invoke that sense of absurdist abstract that make me feel like I heard him use his mouth as this is character work. Okay, got you. The Married to Scarecrow, but I also feel like the character work is just as absurd and abstract, and perhaps that's one thing that draws me to it. Are we looking at a swan here? Huh.
Scarecrow.
I like the guitar tones behind this, man. Kind of gives me a Ween vibe, honestly.
Everybody's staring at me. I'm only bleeding.
An egret.
Taps me on the shoulder every 5 minutes. Nobody speaks English anymore.
Okay.
Are you gonna tell me if I was getting stupider?
But does anybody else kind of get a Ween vibe from this? And I'm not saying it like is derivative. I'm just saying I wouldn't have before, I think today, maybe considered Patton's work to be of or related to contemporary work with Ween. but this sound certainly gives me that vibe.
I heard you talking to myself. You don't fear after a while. You take a beating.
Could be. Ooh.
I'm a swinging guy.
I can't like it again, but I want to.
Oh, the shower curtain rise.
This is good. This is really good.
Drink needs me. I don't.
A drink needs me. I don't.
I ain't about to guzzle no tears. So kiss my ass.
Dang.
There's casters and cockroaches and desserts. I heard you talking to myself.
These guitar tones almost don't make any sense for the voice I'm hearing our boy Mike P sing. But when you hear it, it's just monstrous, and it almost gives him the right to sing over anything he wants to, right? Like, it's got such presence to it. Like, he sings with chutzpah and conviction and spit.
Heard you talking to
But you've got this really bow, 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 kind of real poppy, reverby sound when instead normally I feel you would hear of a guitar tone matching his voice being more like distorted, overdriven, like, you know, riff oriented.
myself. Everybody's staring at me. I'm only bleeding.
RV is such a good song.
Where are the kids? I don't know.
Midlife Crisis had like it was the single apparently, right? But RV, I feel it is genuinely chewing up Midlife Crisis and taking a dump all over Midlife Crisis, like chewing it up and then dumping it out, I guess is what I meant to say. RV is great. This song is ripping so hard.
Where are the kids? I don't know. Maybe they're pregnant, on drugs, and welfare, top of the world, on a roll, parole and reruns, Dodgers, that's mail cars, states in no cornfields.
So you don't know where the kids are?
What covers future history books, old ladies' manuals, walking along Midlife Crisis. I think it's time I had to talk to my kids. I just tell them what my daddy told me. You ain't never gonna amount to nothing.
Dang. Kind of a sad bummer of a song, you know? Oh. Really just generational. Smaller and smaller. That song was so good, dude. I can absolutely see that that's the character. Just like this, doesn't care, just kind of whatever to the world. Like, the world is bad to me, I'm gonna be bad to it. Like, I don't care what my kids do. My parents didn't care what they did to me. This sounds like the Melvins because I've only heard one song from the Melvins, and it's because Bohr sent it to me. Nice use of meter there. So this was done in 1992. I would love to know what the recording process for this was. There are so many different like vocal harmonies that I'm hearing. I would love to just see what, like, because I don't know if maybe they did this with tape, honestly. Like this would have been really early digitization in like true digitization. Like this is at a point where Pro Tools is more gimmicky in terms of history. So I'm wondering how they did it. Getting smaller. Ugh. Like you're hearing a lot of different layers there, and it's actually kind of like there's a tremendous amount that's just kind of in your face when you when you really dig into the layers and all of the stuff that you're hearing, right? Like you get the swirling. Oh, it even sounds like the it kind of sound like he's growl humming into the mic. A very staple guitar tone for the time. What that it kind of sound. What was that? What was that? That's his scream. That was pretty gnarly, dude. It was just so big when you had this like bite kind of part, and it's like it really does just get right into your face, the smaller and smaller and smaller thing. It almost feels like it's like, I don't know if this was an era of time where Mike was still straight edge, kind of just living on caffeine and porn or whatever, but like it felt kind of psychedelic in its way of just the lyrical imagery, right? Just for whatever that's worth. Everything's Ruined is next. Ooh. This is the next I was just thinking, I love the way it started out. It's basically about Apollism and how we are a product of it. Capitalism. So happy. The bass work in this is lovely.
Things worked out better than we had planned. Capital from my woman and man. We were like king, the paper, the numbers on the calculator. You were with my take so well.
It does feel like there's a lot of the dawn of what would go on to be rap metal, which again is a genre that I am largely unexplored in, but I've heard enough to kind of have a concept of hits, right? And I feel like that's kind of where it comes in when I bring this up.
What can you know from the time to be what was all the time? We had to multiply ourselves.
A bouncy little baby.
And his fancy would not listen to us. But when he lost his appetite, he lost his wind.
What? When he Things worked out better than we had planned. Capital from boy, woman, and man. We were like ink and paper, numbers on a calculator, knew arithmetic so well, working overtime, completed what was assigned, we had to multiply ourselves, a bouncing little baby, a shiny copper penny, and he spent himself. Would not listen to us, but when he lost his appetite, he lost his weight and friends. There isn't, like, it really does, it's like the cat's in the cradle, but instead of like losing your family or your son, you're like losing your life or your friendships. I like the storytelling elements. This bass sound. Is he playing a Rickenbacker bass? If you don't think kids have a return of investment, just file taxes. I'm kidding. I'm totally 100% kidding. I'm not a parent. I have no position to say that. I just thought I was being funny. This is the most cheerful way to say now everything is ruined. It's really cool. And there's this piano ascent. Yeah, no, everything's ruined. I think RV has still just been my favorite song on the album so far. Like, Everything's Ruined is a close second. Which is crazy to me that, like, they don't seem to be the most listened to songs on the album so far. This one is Malpractice. It seems like Faith No More's work has been a little bit more lyrically pointed than what I've heard with Mr. Bungle, right? Mr. Bungle was significantly more abstract and absurd, and by design, I think, kind of a musical journey. And not just anybody is equipped to take a journey like that. And RV is such a midlife crisis move too. Fair enough. I think that this has been significantly more talking about stuff, making social commentary, making personal commentary. This feels a lot more related to the human than to art. Now, it's a very artistic display of human emotion, but it feels less abstract in its presentation than what you might get with Mr. Bungle. Those are the loudest, like, rim shots ever. Or is he hitting the side of the toms? Oh. The crowd roars, it's even so unhealthy. Don't let you know, I feel the hands that fail me. This feels more bungly. I'm almost mega certain that I just heard a voice do that and not a machine or anything. Am I right? Like, did a voice just do that, not like a machine or anything? Because that was a gnarly way to say applause. He does that with this thing. The gurgling and the groping. And then you get this happy, upbeat moment. Like reminiscent of like a new wave kind of thing. This is nice. And then they just chuck a bucket of cold water over you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What? Wow. You get this wonderful moment here. This just night, like a moment that got me to hit the plus button, right? A moment that had me hearted, this knuckle white thing. And then you realize why the knuckles are white. Because immediately we end up white knuckling. Comes in like a Gatling gun and hits you with a fire hose of sound. If this song is about waking up during surgery with the doctor in your body, why do you? What do you suppose he was just doing his job? What was it, malpractice because you woke up? What is it? Fire the anesthesiologist. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Like, that's actually probably like super reasonable idea, you know? Oh no, I'd be totally TO'd. My biscuits would be so burnt. I would just be so upset. You know, I would be so disappointed in them. This is Kindergarten. Song is called Kindergarten. You are not currently in kindergarten. I don't know if you know, you needed to know that, but here you are. That to me is the quintessential guitar sound that you heard from like 90 to 95.
Return to my own body like a dog. I'm taking goes my brother dialogue. Call my initials in a tree, I will never leave.
Dun, dun.
Maybe one day I'll be royalty.
The voice box.
Drinking fountains are shorter than they used to be. The swings on the playground don't even bring me anymore. Folklore. No one's supposed to believe in the next grade. Write it 100 times.
I'm trying to understand. Is he commenting on living like childishly, like, but in like kind of unhealthy childish ways? Drinking fountains are shorter than they used to be. Or is he commenting on just something as simple as like revisiting kindergarten as an adult and it not being as he remembers? Baseline, dude. Okay. This is definitely giving me that vibe of like a grown, like Mike Patton's voice of like Donnie if he were like from the Wild Thornberries all grown up. That is what it like leads me to. You know what I mean? Like all grown up becomes a musician. This is kind of what that reminds me of. Kind of random crazy big noise in the background. I can totally hear that good music. Ooh. The bass line is like throughout this whole album has just been exemplary. Dude, you know what though? If Mike Patton really, because Mike Judge is one of my all-time favorites. Like, I think his writing is good. I think his voice acting is good. Like, voice actor Walterooski 100% learned so many of his chops from, you know, Mike Judge. Like, I spent so much of my childhood just watching King of the Hill. Like, literally, it's my favorite. I've spent so much of my like last couple of like months watching King of the Hill with my wife. And by the way, if you didn't know, King of the Hill has a new season coming out August 5th. It's releasing to Hulu. It's like set years later. Bobby is now like a charcoal chef in Dallas, and Hank is retired trying to figure out what to do. Yes, I have, Zen Dude. It's kind of frightening to me that it's like I feel coming true, but neither here nor there. I say all of that to say Mike Judge and Mike Patton. I think guys that are named Mike are just better instinctively at making voices, perhaps. I really think this bass line is maybe been the most special thing. If we're not counting Mike Patton's voice as an instrument, I think that the bass player is the best instrumentalist in the band. If it's a given that Mike Patton doesn't count because he's the clear star of the band, the bass player is still the best instrumentalist in the band. You boys been a whacking in my tool shed again? This thing is ripping. I think that this again, it's gonna be. I've wanted to go back and hear the song RV again a couple of times. Like it's really good. I really think RV and Everything's Ruined have kind of stood the test for me right now. Be Aggressive is next. Be Aggressive was written by keyboardist Roddy Bottom, or Botum. I hope I didn't just say his name poorly in distaste, who had recently come out as gay. Now, I really hope I didn't. Just kidding. The song is explicitly about giving fellatio, and I've heard at least one source say Botum wanted to see what Patton was comfortable singing about. Turns out he's comfortable singing just about everything. Okay. Well, then I guess this one goes out to anybody that enjoys, fellatio. I think when you're like Mike Patton, though, you can just kind of look around and be like, dude, I'm confident. Like, yeah, let me see your, yeah, dude, I'll sing your blowjob song about blowjob and another guy. Like, it's okay. Like, whatever, that's fine. Like, and if a guy wants to blowjob a guy, like, there should be a metal song about it, like, why not? There are plenty of other fellatio songs, like. And again, good on Mike for singing. Like, good on him. Like, dude's got nothing to, he's got nothing to back down from. Good. All that said, I feel like I need to go wash my hands after this song.
That claim is mine. You're my flavor of the week. I swallow.
I got to be honest. I don't know anything about gay culture. The gays have always been super cool to me. I hope they feel as though I've always been super cool to them, But if I'm just saying, I would feel a little bit overwhelmed if somebody came on to me in this way. It might just be too much, Like, but again, maybe that's a vibe for somebody. It's just not for me. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, if Mel came on this strong, it probably wouldn't have worked out. I'm just thinking that way. Like, I don't know if I want somebody being aggressive with it. So this song is about a man giving a man like a fellation, like doing a fellation on a dude, right? And the whole, I guess the whole bit was like he was did, thank you. The whole bit was one of the band members had recently come out and get as gay and wanted to push Mike Patton to see how far he would go into singing, and yeah, so he is really giving a song about giving a dude a fellatio the business. Like he's going, like he's full sending it. But I was saying, if you came on to me as aggressively as the lyrics are in the song, it probably wouldn't have worked out.
All right, is this album this is the last song?
No, we got a while.
Tall and reckless, ugly seeming, sound like no joke.
Come again?
Are we doing another album?
I don't know.
But that's all I need. This empty pit. I've got to feed to prove I'm fit to healthy man. I've got to be. Malnutrition. My submission, you're the master, and I'll take it on my knees. Ejaculation, tribulation. I swallow, I swallow, I swallow, I swallow.
At the end of it, what are we fighting though? Right? Like, sorry, but
Ejaculation, tribulation. I swallow.
what is an ejaculation tribulation? What? Thank you, boy. It's become a cheerleading chant. Is that like trying to connect the idea that cheerleaders do fellation? Or is it just like, again, part of the abstract nature of the song? That song went so hard, dude. I'm going to be honest. It's one of those ones I really debated on hitting the plus mark on stream or not, but that's actually a hilarious one. And again, good on Mike for like just getting like, just kind of being above it, right? Like, they're cheering them on. Well, good on them, you know, like teach their own. I'm actually like really impressed that he, you know, decided that that was like something he was going to do. Anyways, got to run an ad. I will be right back. All right, guys, let's get this guy knocked out, jumping into a small victory. Yeah, Zen, I'm probably gonna do more songs. I like this one. contrast of cankers and medallions, right? Like, there's just such a craziness to the lyricism here. And they're really, like, he lives in juxtaposed sentences and phrasing, but there's also, again, like this massive voice behind it. And it feels like there are so many people that rip him off. I can remember when I first heard Mike Patton, feeling like I kind of felt like, the Shinedown guy sounded like him, but then a lot of people, like the Chris Daughtry guy, like a lot of people, but it was like they sounded like Mike Patton, not Mike Patton sounded like them, and you only really know that from digging in more. But you realize how many people are actually out, like, again, even, I mean, there's a lot of hard rock bands that sound like Mike Patton, and I'm trying to think. I mean, even Avenged Sevenfold, like, based on one song that I know of theirs, kind of reminds me of, like, vocal takes of this. I feel like there is honestly, I feel like his impact on music is way bigger than I'd given it credit. And as I've listened to a couple of his albums now, I keep hearing, and again, when you place it in the time period, especially, right? Like 1992, I was almost 1 year old when this album came out. That's crazy to think about. Oh crap, I'll be 34 in 5 days. I get what you mean when you say, for a moment, Boar, it shouldn't bother me, but it does. I don't know why I didn't connect that you were singing along when I'm reading the words, but for whatever reason, reading the lyrics and then reading the chat didn't connect in dots this time. And I was like, geez, I wonder what Boar's talking about there. Is this like a take on Pink Floyd's Money with the cash register sounds? And going optimal, to your point, a huge high school album for you. What, just out of whatever high school album you were listening to, think of the high school album that you were listening to, the one you probably listened to more than any other album in high school. What was that album? I can tell you mine. It's a two-way tie, but it's definitely one of two, and it would be Narrow Stairs by Death Cab for Cutie. I know that's crazy, but when that came out, I was listening to music more than when Plans came out. And then The Crane Wife by the Decemberists. One of those two albums are the ones I listened to the absolute most throughout high school. What was yours? This has been a great one. What album did you listen to in high school more than Get Rich or Die Trying? Get Rich, like by Fitty?
Probably 2001. 2001.
The Chronic 2001?
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming for my deadhead wife. You've got a dancing bear mug, and that's your answer? Show the mug for context. Okay. I love you. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. I hate to pause it again in the middle of the video, but I just did not expect my wife to be like, yeah, I'd say the album I listened to most in high school out of any other album, period, was Get Rich or Die Trying. I didn't see it coming. Oh, it didn't do the... Really descended there, didn't it? A small victory. I enjoyed the frig out of that one, actually. RV still, again, I'm glazing RV. I'm literally bore on the song RV alone. Thank you for this album. This has been so interesting. Okay, so the next one is... Okay, Crack Hitler. Here we go. What would Crack Hitler be like? Well, wasn't Hitler already doing crack? Nothing Shocking by James Addiction is probably my most listened to high school album that came out when I was in high school. Probably went harder than Zeppelin 2, though. On the Zeppelin 2. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Joy Division, Unknown Pleasures. That's a good one. Good album. Great album. Huh? Do you know? Wait, I don't think that's what he's saying. I think we're hearing like an operator or something. Like a train or something like that. I like this kind of... Trains are unbelievable, dude. This siren sound. Yeah, it's like a train station. Bodies float up from the bottom of the river like bubbles in fine champagne. Brutal. This does remind me of Primus, but I don't know that I would have ever gone out of my way to say like what Mike Patton does has necessarily been like of or relating to or even necessarily adjacent to Primus. But this has given me a Primus vibe. You know, Cole, you're absolutely right to the danceable moments. Also, this reminded me of the song America by Rammstein, and it makes me wonder if Rammstein heard this. Thing again. And it's like the strings make it seem like it's such a dancey thing, or almost like in another way, like movie score. This feels like it could be movie score for like very intense like training montages or something. Not anymore. Well, actually maybe just a different scene and then it goes back to the movie montage thing. Like you hear this as we're like doing our training, you know what I mean? And then it goes to like a scene of the bad guys who are also training. And then we're back to this little kind of random funky thing. It's very all over the place, but not nearly as... It's not like bungle all over the place, right? It may be that. In regards to my usage of the drug, it modified my personality to the extent that I was highly irritable. I was like a crack Hitler. That moment where he said, I was like a crack Hitler, I felt that. Except that I was highly irritable. I was like a crack Hitler. That part where the bass said bow bow bow, I felt that. Not quite wheeling and a dealing. So this one is Jizz Lobber. It's kind of got a penis core thing going throughout this album, doesn't it? Have you never heard me refer to music as penis core before? No?
I don't think so.
This sounds like a demented Roses Are Free, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This sounds like scary Roses Are Free. Like roses are not free. You will pay for those roses. The florist said so. That's a person's voice. Did you that?
Let's do it again.
Do you want? She's like, run that back.
Yeah.
But this part. Were you singing along?
No.
Were you saying they're making you itch? My time is spilled milk. Something to cry about. My skin is a layer of soot. Fire Eater. You know, it's interesting that you say that because today is a particular day where that just didn't happen to be the case. But normally, right above our head here, you would see the album. For whatever reason, I didn't have that selection input, but here we are.
I'm trying so hard to act like nothing happened. I'm trying so hard to find that fresh clean.
They're kind of playing with the stereo spectrum here. The rap metal-y thing isn't always the most exciting. Like it never really tunes my loins, right? But I will say that the transitionary pieces throughout this have definitely been exciting, and I am embarrassed enough to admit that I've kind of been waiting for the jizz lobbing in this song, and I'm just not seeing it. Is this just a way of saying he's just masturbating a lot? Ooh. Melissa. We're almost there. This one's a little bouncy for me. Is that a real thing you read? Good music is good? Because I actually do feel like there's an interesting conversation to have there, because I was literally watching Dean. Well, I was watching Diener play guitar today, and I kind of liked how he alternates going from chords to arpeggios. I literally just a random tidbit of thought I'd had today. So you saying that kind of made me laugh when I was thinking about his use of arpeggios and mixing it up with chords. Neither here nor there. I did you really read that? Because I like it, but also disagree. Huh. Tend to agree with non-stop bad vibes there. Ooh. What's... Yo, thanks, Brett. Welcome to the Rooskies, homie. Was huge. Did they tour this? How would they take this song out? Because it feels like it's such a big song that they'd have to, right? But like, did they travel with an organ? How did they make that massive? Well, I guess they would have just used an electric keyboard probably, but how would they have toured that? Midnight Cowboy theme from. Does anybody have? Is this an instrumental, or does anybody have a dangle heckin' flippin' lyrics sheet for me? Now we get a rest from Mike. Okay. Instrumental, and then we go into the final song, which is significantly the most listened to on Spotify. A section in this song is called Jizz Lobber. Is a real lick my love pump situation. This kind of reminds me of like The Cure, if The Cure went polka. Hey guys, you're gonna be really upset at me when I tell you this. This is Polka Cure is based. I'm so glad I'm not the only one that hears that. especially right before confessing I've never seen Spinal Tap. It's actually just never happened. I never saw it. So I've never seen Spinal Tap. I definitely feel like I can't help but feel like it's Polka Cure though. Just never happened for me. Progressively building up. This thing is amazing. But I feel like I really can kind of hear Mike singing in my head on this, you know? I just feel like I hear it in my head. But like in his voice, not my shitty one. It's somehow gone from pure polka to like Bond song, or closing credits of Bond song. This is nice. The bass sound. Wobbly there. It was composed by John Barry, who did a bunch of Bond stuff. Oh, really? So Mike Patton does like movie soundtracks and stuff too? Honestly, I hate to say it, but this might have been one of the easiest songs on the album to just love naturally. You know what I mean? It was like, it really did have this kind of just easy listening smile. You could talk, you could hear something. I loved it. And it seems like the closer on the album is a song called Easy, which again, as I said, is like substantially the most listened to song on the album. So I don't even know if all of the other plays add up to that many plays. So final song is a Commodores cover. Okay, I don't know. Okay, Easy. The next song is a cover of the Commodores, fronted by Lionel Richie. It was released as a single. It was a massive hit from them, and you can imagine how people felt after hearing that and buying the album. Final song, gotcha. John Barry did Out of Africa soundtrack on. Thanks for the grapes, babe.
It's not frozen enough, but
You froze the grapes?
try it. What does it taste like?
Like a grape?
Or just like taste it.
I taste a grape. What's it taste like?
Cotton candy. I thought you'd like it.
This does not taste like cotton candy.
I think it does. Only cotton candy frozen. I don't like other grapes frozen, just cotton candy grapes.
I'm not tasting the cotton candy,
It's
but
like candy.
thank you.
It's candy.
I love you. Thank you for them.
A lot of sugar.
Okay, guys. Let's go to the last one and go from there. Love yous. Freeze 'em. Faffo, you know? Ooh. I like the jazzy part of this.
No, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain.
You know it.
I do know
Girl,
it.
I'm leaving you tomorrow.
People thought that this was a song that that Faith No More did. And then they get to the album and it's a whole bunch of metal what the frig stuff. And this is the single on the album. Nobody got the album they thought that they were buying.
Seems to me
Like Easy Like a Sunday Morning?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I've done all I can.
That's amazing!
You see a big store on the borrow. Yeah. Ooh, that's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
I get why people were like, yeah, let's get that album.
Yeah. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. I wanna be high, so high.
I love that.
I wanna be free to know the things I do alright.
I want to hear the guitar thing again. This is not at all what I had anticipated. This is the best way that they could have closed this album down. Can I just say, real quick, I'm a little sad that this has been my favorite song on the album because I feel like it makes me the total basic normie that you guys, fear that I might actually be. But, dude, yeah, this song is fantastic.
I wanna be high, so high. I wanna be free to know the things I do alright. I wanna be free, just me.
He sings with such a conviction. And the horns. But I just want to stop it. People bought this album thinking that they were going to get an album full of stuff like Easy. And then they end up with an album like with a song like Be Aggressive about just like aggressive fellatio
And Jizz Lobber.
and crack Hitler. You know, like Easy Like a Sunday Morning. I love this. I love this. What a troll. What a perfect shot. Because who isn't going to buy this song? This is great. Oh, gotcha. Walterooski coming back.
That's why I'm easy like Sunday morning. Yeah,
And this ending made this album so worth it to me, dude.
I'm easy like Sunday
This was actually one of just the coolest ways to do an album. Like, again, that song is so good. It's so digestible. It's so perfect for the radio. It's so perfect for a normal crowd. It's like, you know, it's the perfect amount of time. It's right in that 3-minute wheelhouse. And after an album where you just get thrown through the ruckus, you get just an easy listening smile where Mike Patton is not using his voice as this avant-garde abstract instrument that is like equal parts mad scientist experiment and voice actor. You get him just singing a good old song, you know? Yeah, I mean, you guys watched me eat a couple of grapes just now. I clearly swallow. Duh. Like, how would I eat? Dude. Anyways, Boar, I'm so glad. This was the first 100K Tuning Fork redemption. This was an adventure. This went all over the place. We talked about fellatio and Hitler. You know, we RV is easily to me the best song on here. What were you listening to in high school? We were nostalgic as we went back, you know, like we made friends along the way. Yeah, honestly though, I am the most basic person in the world because I'm just going to straight up tell you and admit to you right friggin' now, Midnight Cowboy and Easy were my favorite songs on the album. Apart from RV, which stood out as just the best, I'm still gonna be honest and say Easy was the best. I liked this though. This was super good. Guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best. And until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. Goodbye. You can see how it was a nice suit. It was definitely ahead of its time. And W's for Boar, by the way, before the goodbye and farewell. W's for Boar. That was it. That was actually a ton of fun. It was a great listen with a bunch of people. We had laughs. We had some, oh, geez, that's heavies. But again, the real story of the whole thing was the friends we made along the way. Guys, be the best until I see you next. Goodbye.